I've heard a lot of people say this as we've gone around and shared different places. They say, well, but Israel is a secular state, right? You can't say that Israel is fulfilling all these prophecies and stuff because it's secular. So first, I want to point out that that's actually a very anti-Semitic way of thinking, really. If Jews have to be perfect before God can use them for his purposes, that doesn't make any sense, right? Do any of us have to be perfect before God can use us? No, right? That's impossible for us, right? God uses us even in our imperfection. So to even begin to think that way is already part of that steeped in Jew hatred mentality. So get rid of that, okay? Get rid of it. Obviously, you can't talk quite that strong to people that you're talking to, but I'm just laying out the reality there, okay? Biblically speaking, in Ezekiel chapter 36, it lays out a timeline, a process that takes place in Israel when their redemption takes place. Let's go there and take a look at it and see what it says. Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 24. It says, "For I will take you from among the nations and gather you out of all countries and bring you into your own land." Anybody seen that happen? How many Jewish people were in the land of Israel 100 years ago? And now there are, how many million? Like 9 million people, I think 7 million Jewish people in the land of Israel. 7 million Jewish people in the land of Israel. That is crazy, right? Amazing. For sure, beyond a shadow of a doubt, a fulfillment of this prophecy. It says he will bring them into the land, and it says, "Then I will sprinkle clean water on you, and you shall be clean. I will cleanse you from all your filthiness and from all your idols. I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit within you. I will take the heart of stone out of your flesh and give you a heart of flesh. I will put my spirit within you and cause you to walk in my statutes, and you will keep my judgments and do them." So this is pretty strong language. He will cleanse them even from their idols. So literally, these people who are scattered all over the world could be idol worshipers, totally turn their backs on God, and God would bring them to the land and then begin the process of redemption, of bringing them back to him, okay? So right here in Scripture, it throws out this whole idea that, oh, Israel's a secular state, so this isn't what God's doing. No, actually, that's proof that is what God's doing, because that's the way he said he was going to do it, right? Lays it out right here in Ezekiel 36, all right? So there's another tool for your tool belt. The whole argument that Israel's secular, so it's not what God's doing, is inaccurate. And if you go back and look, I don't have time to go into it too much, but if you go back and look at David Ben-Gurion and these guys, yes, there was a level of secularness about them, but they also had very biblical ideals. You look at the Declaration of Independence of Israel. Here's the quote. "The land of Israel was the birthplace of the Jewish people. Here their spiritual, religious, and political identity was shaped. Here they first attained to statehood, created cultural values of national and universal significance, and gave to the world the eternal book of books. After being forcibly exiled from their land, the people kept faith with it throughout their dispersion and never ceased to pray and hope for their return to it and for the restoration in it of their political freedom. Impelled by this historic and traditional attachment, Jews strove in every successive generation to reestablish themselves in their ancient homeland." Does that sound very secular to you guys? Another part says, "The state of Israel will be open for Jewish immigration for the ingathering of the exiles." And at the end it says, "Placing our trust in the rock of Israel, we affix our signatures to this proclamation." Even the Declaration of Independence, this is the statement to the whole world of what this state is going to be. It is very saturated with biblicalness, right? It's all in there. It's all over it.